Hello, everybody. Jack Olmsted. I'm coming to you from Port Townsend, Washington, in the U.S. Whoops, I got to flick the camera on myself. And today we have a very special guest from Sandwich, Kent, in the UK. It's Clare Maclean-Bell. She is the organizer for a 24-hour marathon pickleball play. And she's joining us outside the Bay Point Club. How are you today, Clare?
Hi, Jack. I'm very well, thank you, and good morning to everybody in the States today.
Good morning, and it's late afternoon for you.
It is. We are now on 20 past 5 in the afternoon.
24 hours. Did you get a lot of sleep last night?
Well, no, you can probably tell by my face I'm looking a bit tired. For those of you that have seen my picture looking slightly more fresher than this, I have a 3.5-year-old, and at 5 o'clock this morning he decided to wake me up. So yeah, he wasn't top of my favourite list today, but I'm sure I'll be fine.
Really, 24 hours. Have you stayed up for marathons like this for 24 hours?
A few years ago, I did a endurance ride from London to Amsterdam, and we did that in well, just shy of 48 hours. But we were going for about 20 hours, so that was a lot more intensive. I'm probably going to eat my words, aren't I, tomorrow morning? But that was a lot more intensive on the legs, I can tell you.
So you were pedaling for 20 hours.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
That's
and then finished off the next day.
So would you consider yourself like an Iron Woman?
Wait, I'm going back. That was 2011. I've aged a bit since then, getting a 3.5-year-old. So no, not now. Then yes, perhaps.
Well, you know your body may have broken down, but your mind is probably still go go go. Do you
absolutely.
kind of not go as hard as you once did?
I'm just more conscious now that if I really pound my running, that my knees might not be quite as strong as they used to be. So those balls that challenge you somewhat, I'm more conscious now before I start flying through the air for them.
So how are your knees when you play pickleball?
Superb, absolutely. I'd say my legs are my greatest asset, and they're as strong as iron rods at the moment. So all good.
So give us a little idea of the weather and the facility that you are in.
Okay, so you are now here with us at the Bay Point Club, and the Bay Point Club is home to GB Pickleball. These guys are our sponsors, and this is where we're based. This is a 17-acre site, coast, and the closest town that most people might know if they're not familiar with Sandwich, because it's quite a small town, is we're about 10 minutes away from the Port of Dover. So the site itself is absolutely fantastic. It's a state-of-the-art facility. We've got a 4-court hall. We've got outdoor 3G pitches, outdoor 4G pitches, 9 football pitches, squash courts, a gym. So we've got everything on site here. And our weather. That was a question that you asked me, Jack. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I turned off my mic because I'm trying to share this out to other Facebook communities. I didn't want you to hear me ticking on my keyboard. Right behind you,
yep.
You have a building.
Yep.
And that's going to be used for people to get some R&R.
Yeah, so if you just look behind me there with the apex roof, this particular facility has a bungalow on site. This facility many years ago used to be Pfizer's, as in the pharmaceutical company, their social club. About 2 miles down the road from here is the biggest Pfizer site in Europe. So this used to be their site, and then it was bought out a few years ago by a private organisation that own and also Prince's Golf Course, which is a 27-hole championship golf facility down here on the coast. So the apex roof behind us is a bungalow. It used to be used for the grounds person here. They've very kindly allowed us to, they've opened it up and allowed us to use it tonight for our players coming on and off in rotation and playing through the night, so everybody can have a rest in rotation.
Okay. How are you feeling?
Okay, quite fresh. We're 5 hours in.
How many people showed up at noon?
So we had 8 people show at noon, plus the radio station. We started it. There's been a method to our madness of starting it today at 12 because we wanted people to be fresh back for work on Monday. So we opted to do it a Friday to Saturday rather than a Saturday to Sunday. It started filling up now. Now we've got past kicking out of work time for a Friday. We're anticipating that we'll have somewhere in the region of between 24 and 30 players playing through until about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is a cut-off time. If those players, the diehards, find that the gates are locked and they can't get their car off, and if that's the case, they are here for the long stay and they'll be here until the gates open again tomorrow morning at 7. And then those that are leaving or not staying overnight, should we say, as I've just alluded to, the gates open back up at 7, and then we'll have another influx of players that will come between 7 and midday tomorrow. We're trying to encourage as many people to come down and play, and we're aiming that each player will raise at least £100 for the charities that we're raising funds for.
Why don't you talk about the charities?
Okay, so there is the radio station Heart, which is it's part of a global network. They support particularly charities that don't have a very strong brand or are particularly junior in their operation. So we are supporting 2 local charities through what's known as a Make Some Noise campaign, and those charities will be donating funds to families and children either disadvantaged or facing disadvantage and disability.
How did you come up with the idea of having a 24-hour marathon to support these charities?
So it's a twofold effect. My background is sport development, and for the last 4 years I've been working with young people through a charity. And so every year we always support as many charities as we can. We're a community interest company, so what we try to do is give back an element to the community. And this year we'd been working closely with Heart, the radio station, to support them on another charity event that they were running. And we said to them, okay, we've got an idea. We don't think there's been a 24-hour pickleball marathon before in Europe, so we'd like to do that. And it helps us also to raise the profile of pickleball. So we're not only giving to charity, but we're also raising the profile of our sport.
Has there been a 24-hour marathon pickleball event anywhere else in the world?
I don't think so. I probably confidently wouldn't like to say about the States, but I certainly know that from a European perspective, we're the first to deliver.
Well, if anybody is listening to this live broadcast and they know of another 24-hour marathon that happened in the States or anywhere else in the world, please post it in the comments below, because from my limited experience, I just got involved with pickleball back in April. I haven't seen anything. I think you were like the first.
It would be great if we are. We were also we're making a note of every single game that's been played as well. So we're keeping a record of every single match that's played, and hopefully we did contact the Guinness Book of Records and let them know what we were doing. So if that's the case, we hopefully can make a bit of history as well as a bit of well-needed funds for charity as well.
So
raising the profile of pickleball.
You're focused on setting the bar for others to follow. So maybe somebody else in the world will do a 48-hour marathon.
I'd love that. Yeah, give us a shout. We'll come and support it.
Well, you can come through live stream. I mean, if it's in Taiwan or if it's in Australia, uh, the internet makes the world much smaller.
Well, I think one of the and it's a far-fetched idea that I've had, but it would be great if we could link up. We've been linking up with Toledo Pickleball Club in Ohio, who've been great and supportive, and they've donated paddles to us, so we can donate those to clubs looking to start up that may be facing the barrier of finances. And so, you know, something like that would be great if we could get, I don't know, a marathon going out in the States, one in Canada, or maybe every single country that we play pickleball in, and have a small competition to see how many games we can play over the 24-hour period. That would be fantastic.
Where can people go to find the games, the stats that you're keeping on the gameplay during the marathon?
So we'll be doing live updates. At the moment, it's the complex and multifunctional system of a whiteboard and a marker pen, and that's it. And as people come off having a game, they'll just put a mark on the wall, and so we can keep count that way.
So you're going old school on this?
Yeah.
You mentioned
we've got them up for 24 hours. We can't get the software out on them I said. We've got them up for 24 hours. We can't get the software out on them as well.
I know that you are multitasking here. You're not only talking to us very eloquently in front of the facility, but you're also holding your cell phone with your hand. How is your hand and your arm doing?
Oh, they're great. They're very strong at the moment. So yeah, they again when you've got a small child, it's great for your guns. So I'm not suffering at all at the moment. You can probably see now and again. Like now, I'm going to switch arms, but
What kind of training did you go through to prepare for this?
So we work in sport development, and we are constantly playing sport. It just so happens that we now have an addiction to pickleball, which has been evolving over the last 2 years. And so we play most days. We're really lucky here. Kent is classed as the pickleball mecca of the UK. We're the first county to have a dedicated outdoor 8-court facility that was put there this year and was funded for us by our local council. Our county council have been funding pickleball for the last 3 years, and we now have facilities all over the county. So unlike most other counties in the UK, if you are in Kent, you can access pickleball every single day of the week.
Now, are these public facilities, and are they indoor, outdoor?
There's both. So the facility that we put the strategic plan together for is it's a public facility. So we raised the funds to have the courts marked. It was a decommissioned tennis area, so we had it scraped, marked, and this. So what we've also done is we've now raised funds to have static net systems on all 8 courts. So that will be available from spring next year. There are some players that have got their own nets and all.
Whoops, we seem to have lost connection with Claire. Please bear with us. It looks like I'm in a brick wall, but I'm not. And welcome to a live broadcast. It could be her battery has gone down. And we'll have to pick this up at another time. Whoops, here we go. We lost you. You froze, and I didn't hear anything from you at all, Claire.
Okay, so I was just discussing about the, you asked a question, is it public or private facility? So we have both in this district. The public facility was funded this year through our local council, and so we've also raised the funds in partnership with them that next year there will be 8 static nets available on those courts for the community to use. As well as that, we have a range of indoor facilities that coexist on badminton courts.
Do you have an association like they have here in the U.S., the USA Pickleball Association? Do you have a GB Pickleball Association, or is it just a GB club and you're doing this all yourself?
So we are GB Pickleball, and we are accredited through, or we're affiliated, should I say, through the IFP. So there's ourselves, and there is the UKPA. So in the UK, we're really lucky because there's two of us. We're, for all intents and purposes, wanting to develop pickleball, but we both do different things. The nature of what we do, if through our sponsorship in terms of Motivate Sport and Baypoint, is all about sport and sport development. So we are taking pickleball from a grassroots perspective, where we're working with schools, colleges, universities, and we are developing a slow and steady organic growth process, working under the guidance and in partnership with Sport England. So what we have is what known as county sport partners, and GB Pickleball leaders in each particular county, and then we will apply for funding, so we can deliver pickleball in that county free of charge for around about 2 months, so, and also a following, and then we will help those people sustain and grow their clubs.
You talked about Sport England. Does Sport England recognize pickleball as a sport, or is it still considered a backyard activity?
So we're going through what's known as a recognition process. In the UK, there's a few governances and compliances that you have to satisfy to Sport England before they'll recognise the sport, and that is that there has to be, you have to have at least 700 members per member state. So that's either 700 in Ireland, Scotland or Wales, and players nationally, as well as that.
You're going to have to tell us that one more time, because the bandwidth went down and we couldn't hear you or see you.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry about that. Maybe if you move inside, I don't know if you have to stay outside right now. Maybe if you move inside closer to where the router is, we might get a better connection.
Okay, bear with me 1 second.
Unless there is something that you want to show us outside.
Well, let's take a walk around. Okay, so I'll walk you through the facility. So we're just going into the facility now. This is, as I said to you, it's a 17-acre site, a former social club of the pharmaceutical company Pfizer's, now owned privately, and we're just walking through into the what's known as our bar area. So this is where we all socialise and congregate after we've worked very hard at pickleball, as you can see just here. And if I walk you through this facility, out the back there, you can see.
So do they have cold beer on tap here at the bar facility? So
here's the misconception. So I'm just gonna, let's see if we can get this as close as we can. So look, there we go, Jack. Look, it's freezing. Can you see that?
It's freezing. That's right. We're talking cold beer in Sandwich, Kent.
Absolutely. And look, there's a selection as well. So these are European beers here. So we've got beers and ciders. So for all of you visitors coming to join us from the States, maybe it's our competition next year, there's a good selection of beers and ciders that you can imbibe.
So when you say ciders, are we talking about apple ciders?
Well, yeah, they do an apple cider, and they do this, what's this one? A dark fruit cider.
A what?
Dark fruit. So it's berry fruit. It's very, very sweet. It's not my taste. I'll go for the cold beer.
And I guess they have sandwiches and other things that you can purchase and eat in that bar facility?
Yep, absolutely. Full hot and cold menu available.
And is that going to be operational for the 24 hours?
It will be operational until about 10 o'clock this evening, and then we've got a pasta selection for our players thereafter.
Okay.
Just going to take you again. These guys are they're still playing. So as you can see, we've just got some people sitting out just up here, just catching the breeze, chilling out. and then we've got the 2 courts still going.
Where's your whiteboard?
Right, okay, so here we are. Technical pen, all there handy. So that's what we're on so far.
So you're using the 5-stick system to keep track of your games.
Yep, yep.
So you're not like finding out who is winning the most.
Yeah, we're not doing scores. It's just the amount of games.
Amount of games, I see.
Yeah. So I've just taken a donation from somebody passing by. As you can see, a nice crisp Queen's Head tenner there. And so anybody coming into the hall then has to put a donation in our box here as well. So we're taking cash donations on the day, and also you can donate to us online via one of our pages.
Now you're trying to raise £1,500.
I personally am trying to raise £1,500, but what we're trying to and encouraging people to do is to raise £100 each. So I'm very confident we'll more than smash that.
And how has the reception been from the community? I know that you have an online website where people can donate virtually. In fact, people in the U.S. can donate to this cause. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. So we have a page which is Everyday Heroes, and that will give you details of the event and why we're doing it and the charities. And then, as I say, we've got fast and hard pieces of A4 paper, the old-fashioned sponsorship route, and we've also got, you can come and donate some cash to us playing whilst we're going through the 24 hours.
I don't know, can we talk to some of the participants?
Yes, of course you can. Right, let me take you back in.
Or actually, before we do that, you talk about sports development.
Yep.
And you're really keen, you're really focused on sports development.
Yes, that's right.
Did you go to college, and did you graduate with a sports development degree?
No, not at all. So until 2012, I was a management consultant working in the City of London. My background was resourcing, recruitment and lean management. So I was basically taking companies up to the next level. And I wanted to start working with vantage situations. So I started to work with young people between the ages of 16 and 24. I'd been doing a project working with the Olympics, with the 2012 Olympics, and what happened was that we had a huge recruitment drive for staff that we needed to work in what was called the CLZ, so it's Central London Zone. So that was the marathons, road racing and triathlons. And it was a really, really interesting project for me, and that's why I wanted to get involved in sport. I've also been involved in sport all my life, and my dream job was to do something that was sport linked or related.
What was the first sport that kind of made you feel that you wanted to devote your life to sport?
Running. I've always been a runner, and I've loved running, distance running.
Running, and then you went to cycling. Do you do swimming? Do you do cricket?
Yes, not a cricket player. Really impact ball sport that I've played and just become completely addicted to. We went through a stretch of doing triathlon, T9 to 2012. I used to be a competitive county swimmer up until the age of 16, and I used to be a speed swimmer. So running and swimming have always been a close part of my life.
And how about racket sports? Ping pong, tennis, squash?
So I've always played tennis, but not at some competitive level. When I met my partner, Sheena, she comes from a bloodline of professional tennis players. Her mum is a retired professional player. She's played all over the world and at Wimbledon. And so I was kind of forced to pick up a tennis racket, and I was completely shockingly just disgraceful player at, at tennis. So when we were introduced to pickleball, it was like a
Whoops, you got cut off. When,
so
your audio cut off when you started talking about pickleball. When you were introduced to pickleball.
okay.
What?
Yeah, so when we were introduced to pickleball, it was a sport that kind of saved my bacon. That I realised that I could actually play a racket sport, and all was not lost.
So, do you find that you use your knees, your legs a lot in pickleball? Do you feel as though you have an advantage?
They're certainly they're strong, and they are. For me, it's a great advantage knowing that they're quite powerful, certainly when we're playing a game close up to the net. If you've got any what we call as third shot lobbers, which people coming from a tennis background tend to have a nice affiliation or affinity for. And they are, I would suggest that then at that point that the fact that I can break into quite a fast run and get to the back of the court is certainly an advantage.
So you're quick.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
You're
so
quick.
That's the idea.
Do you coach?
Yes, I'm a coach. I'm a qualified running coach. I'm a multi-sports coach. I'm a level 1 activator in badminton, and that's through a charity called Street Games. And between us as an organisation, we've got coaching badges for pretty much every national governing body in the UK.
Have you been involved in a 24-hour badminton marathon?
No. This is the first 24-hour sport marathon I've been involved in.
So you have chosen, or you got bitten by the pickleball bug and not the badminton bug or the squash bug.
I wanted to pick up a coaching badge. As I alluded to previously, we work with children and young people facing disadvantage. And there's a great charity in the UK called Street Games, and we're classed as what's known as an accredited deliverer for that particular charity. So I really just wanted to upskill and get a coaching badge and a racket sport so we could take that out into the community and deliver it. But I hope nobody's listening to me from Street Games, but badminton is not a sport that I like playing or enjoy coaching. I do it because it's great and it gets people active.
But you do enjoy playing and coaching pickleball?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. No other answer.
What's the pull? What brings you into the whole pickleball experience?
We're on a work.
I can't hear you. The having problems with the bandwidth. Can't hear you. I asked the question.
So I
asked the question. I can't hear anything. I'll let you know. What's the I'll let you know when I can hear you. I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. So the magic ingredient to pickleball we're still trying to work out. We're sure that there's a scientific formula for the love of pickleball the world over. I think there's a few contributing factors that we. Sorry, bear with me. There's a few contributing factors that we find, and I think that's the social element of it. Also, without sounding, I suppose, too conceited, we have a very, very inviting environment to both our clubs and also our home here. And so once we've got somebody just paying an interest by walking past the door, we kind of rod out, pick them, drag them in, and that's it. They never leave. And then they bring along friends, family, and
I lost you there at the end. You kind of got very wobbly. I heard the last word, they don't leave.
That's it. So once we've got them hooked in and we've got them in our club and they don't leave, but then they bring along friends, family, and suddenly we're reaching further into the community, which is exactly.
So how many people do you have in your club?
Sorry, say that again, Jack.
How many people are in your club?
So in our club itself, we have around about 75 members now. And that club started
Well, please bear with us. We are live with Clare Maclean-Bell in Sandwich, Kent, in Great Britain, and seems like we're having a bit of a bandwidth issue. It kind of goes up and down. There are times when her signal is spot on, crystal clear, and then there are times when it's like this. It's frozen. We can't hear her.
We now.
Here she comes. She's now inside the 24-hour marathon, which started at 12 o'clock their time. That's noon. And if you go to their Facebook page,
Yeah.
oops, here she comes.
Here we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. See you.
Excellent.
Though you are coming in very grainy.
Okay. Yep.
But
Let me see if I can move. Let me see if I can move you back down again. Bear with me. Before I get taken out by one of the players as well. Let me move into my little corner of full bars. That's Wi-Fi, broadband bars. Not, not whole beer bars.
That's a technical term. The four corner bar.
That's it. How about that? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes.
Great.
The issue for me is the lighting. So you have very bright lights up at the ceiling, and
any better?
That is a bit better. If you turn so that there you go.
Yeah.
Now that's really great. And okay. So what you want is a dark background behind you. So right above your left shoulder, is that the router?
Yeah. No, it's not. So we're still in the hall now. The router's the other side of the wall from me.
I see. Okay. So I forget what you were talking about.
I think we were talking about the magic ingredient. So once we've got them into the club, and we were talking about club numbers as well.
Club numbers, that's right.
Yeah.
And how you got bit by the pickleball bug. And
that's it. So
and you are a coach. And I was wondering, since you are a coach, and I just posted a link up on the Port Townsend Pickleball group about serving.
Yep.
And I don't know, do you watch the Pickleball channel videos on YouTube?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I haven't had a chance. I saw that you'd posted something today, but I haven't watched that video yet today.
Okay, so they're talking about serving, and they just showed a variety of people serving.
Yep.
And I felt that they showed bad habits that people use when they serve.
Okay.
So, since you are a coach, pickleball, can you kind of break down a perfect serve for us?
I'm going to get you the perfect coach, okay? Sheena, can I have you for a second, please? So, I'm just going to introduce you to, this is Sheena Maclean-Bell. This is my partner. Let me just turn around that way. So, Sheena.
Hi, Sheena.
Hi, Sheena.
Hello. Sorry, I can't hear what you're saying. Hello.
Hi, Sheena. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Fine. How's the body holding up?
Really good, actually. Really good. Just had lots to eat. So yeah, feeling very strong. Very strong.
What did you have to eat?
Yeah, fish and chips.
We've already covered this one, Jack.
That's right. Well, I wondered what she had eaten. So you guys shared a fish and chip platter.
We did. We thought it would be too much to have a full plate and then to come back and play. So we were good. We shared a plate. But the reason I introduced Sheena was because Jack and I were just talking about a video he posted today about serving, and he asked me a question: could I break down as a coach the perfect serve? And I said, well, let me bring you over so Sheena does most of the coaching across the districts and also across the UK, certainly from GB Pickleball perspective, and also has quite a large portfolio of schools and colleges and unis that we also deliver into. So I'm going to pass you over to Sheena to break that one down.
So a perfect serve. It's got to be about consistency. So the first thing I get them to do is not try and hit it really hard, just get it in and get it consistent, because most of the points are lost by trying to do a fancy serve. So I always get the kids to try and think that they're bowling, because it's a similar action. So to connect below the waist, keep the paddle in a straight line down the arm, we seem to get some good results.
Can you demonstrate that for us? Kind of show us the motion that you're talking about?
Yep. Okay.
I can try and give it a go. I can't hear you while I'm doing it. Hang on a second. So
that's okay. You can translate, Claire.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
So you can take the out of the air, so you can just because we can hear you.
Get legs apart. Knees down.
Claire, can you have her?
Yep.
Can you have her turn so we don't have the light behind her?
Yeah. Okay. So if you turn that way, it's a light issue. So that way. Just
more against the green wall.
Okay.
So have her up against the green. That's good.
Against the green wall. If you stand back a bit, that's it.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yep.
So feet apart, knees down.
So Sheena's saying feet apart, knees down.
We can hear her. That's okay.
Okay. Great. Yep.
And then I get them to swing through, almost like a bowling action.
So where does a swing start for you?
Where does the swing start for you?
The swing starts probably about this far back for me.
Can you have her have some balls in her hand and actually show us the serve?
Harrison, could I just have a ball, please?
Okay.
Thanks.
So, are we ready? Let me know if you can hear me.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. So I lean forward. Another one. Forward.
So that's the mechanics of the perfect serve.
So that's the mechanics of the perfect serve.
I think so. Yeah.
So we think. Well, Sheena thinks so.
And how about the follow through with the paddle?
How about the follow through with the paddle?
So I connect with the ball and I come through and under. So
you follow through with the paddle over your left shoulder?
So do you follow through with the paddle over your left shoulder? Yep.
And her whole body weight is moving forward, is that correct?
Yep.
What are some of the things the beginners do with their serve that you try to correct?
So we'll always have a classic. It depends what background the beginners are coming from. If they're a complete beginner to a racket sport, it's generally quite easy to alleviate and to stop any illegalities from the offset. If we're dealing with beginners from a racket sport background, there's generally always a big swing coming through. I'm just going to stop you there, Jack. This is one of our sponsors have just walked in. So two ladies that play in our club are owners of a restaurant called Great British Pizza. For name similarity reasons, they sponsor GBPB, and they've just bought us a stack of pizzas to keep us sustained. So this isn't making up for a very healthy evening with fish and chips and pizzas, I'm afraid, but we'll take the sustenance from whichever source we can get it from at this stage. Anyway, So back to the question.
Well, actually, I'm sure our viewers would like to see what a pizza looks like there in
Right, okay.
Sandwich, Kent, and what
Right,
you would
okay.
like to have on your pizza, and
Wow.
how is it made? Do you have like sourdough crust? Do you have cheese within the crust? Do you
Right,
even put
okay.
cheese on your pizza?
Oh, come on, Jack. Come on, Jack.
There are some.
Let me,
I think in Italy there are some pizzas and they don't put cheese on their pizza.
yeah, well, I mean, you can get a pizza from this place without a cheese topping, but
Really?
I don't recommend it because I'm a cheese lover myself. But let's well, I don't know whether Lisa, can I just have you for a second, please? So, Jack, we're just live streaming via the
That's right.
US, and let me turn you back this way for some long.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. That way. So, Jack, I'm just going to introduce you. This is Lisa Richards, and
Hello,
Lisa
hello,
Richards.
Lisa. Hello,
Hey
Lisa.
there, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are
Hi.
you?
Very good, thank you. Yeah, we've just arrived with provisions for the people who've been playing for the last few hours.
And I saw that as soon as you walked in the door, you got yourself a paddle in your hand.
Absolutely, we've got to help the troops, make sure they get some pizza inside their bellies, so we'll take over while they're refueling.
So we were talking about the ingredients that goes into the pizzas. Can you tell us how your pizzas are made and what kind of toppings are on the pizzas you delivered?
Yeah, it's all very simple. We keep it as simple as we possibly can. We use British ingredients, so our bases are very thin and crispy, unlike some of the kind of trends for pizza right now. So really good quality British flour, yeast and water, some olive oil, and that's pretty much it. And then our toppings, we make our own homemade tomato sauce, and then we use British kind of air-dried hams and salamis. So it's probably our best seller, probably your favourite as well, Claire, is British chorizo and chili. So it's got a bit of a kick to it.
I cannot recommend this pizza enough. It's a live and die pizza.
You're talking about putting chili on the pizza?
Oh yeah,
yes,
absolutely. As much as you can dare.
Can you show us a piece, a slice?
Yeah. Do you want to go and?
Yeah.
Shall I go and grab?
Yeah. We
Can somebody?
Or you can go over there. Oh, that's right. We have to. We have an issue with the bandwidth.
Can you see the troops? The troops are like.
Yeah.
Dave, come out of the way.
Fantastic.
There we go. Look at this. This is incredible pizza. Hold on, have we got it right?
Got it.
Where are we? There we go.
Okay, so I see some
see
salami. I see pepperoni. Is that pepperoni on there?
That's chorizo. Chorizo and chili and peppers.
Wow, that looks fantastic.
Oh, they honestly, we're really, really lucky. These two ladies have just so the relationship evolved. I used to use their restaurant, and Sheena used to tennis coach both of the ladies that run, or the owners of the GB Great British Pizza, and we invited them down to Pickleball. It goes back to that same adage. We got them in the door and they never left, and now they actually sponsor our team when we go out and play and compete in both Europe and the States.
Let's talk about your visit to the States.
Yep.
You went to Naples, U.S. Open.
We did. So we had a few weeks prior to arriving in Naples on the villages. So we had some great coaching down on the villages, and then we headed down to Naples, and we had a few weeks down in Naples. And Sheena and Dave, the guy that just video bombed, they competed in the competition. Sheena won silver in the women's age doubles 35, age bracket 35 plus. And so we had a whole all-round absolutely fantastic experience there.
You said you had coaching in the villages. Were you giving lessons or taking lessons?
So we spent some time with a British woman over there that runs a PB 101 class, and she manages a whole host of coaches out on the villages. So we coached our style of coaching here, which is very different because we have to adapt our coaching to children right the way through to more mature players, and we have to have a format that we do that in that allows us to be licensed in the UK. And then we were also, we were coached ourselves. We spent some time with Deb Harrison and Coach Mo, and it just so happened that Sarah Ansbury was on the villages at the same time as us, so we spent some time with her as well, and also down in Naples.
So you were coached by Deb Harrison. What kind of a person is Deb?
She's a great coach. I have the greatest respect, and her coaching style is absolutely fantastic, and I came away learning lots.
What are some of the takeaways you had from her coaching sessions?
Oh, am I allowed to say that? So defence playing at the net, attacking playing at the net, and third shot drop. She's got great techniques around the third shot drop. So mine was definitely rusty at the time, and it was certainly fine-tuned after spending some time with Deb.
Talking about the third shot drop, how is your third shot drop, and how did you perfect it? What it is today?
So I took away what I'd learned on her. On her, we had two lots of coaching with her. So we had group coaching, we had one-to-one coaching, and the technique was very much through the knees. I mean, on scooping the ball, and now it's more, but it wasn't as consistent as it is now.
We kind of lost you a little bit. We kind of go in and out. I know that live streaming sucks the juice off your cell phone. How is your battery on your phone?
Yeah, well, it's okay. I've got about 7% left, and I'm standing here with there's a plug point behind me, so I'm plugged in as well. So we're okay so far. You've got 7% of my time left.
Oh, so you can plug us into some AC there.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, well, that's a pretty good way to roll.
Hey, we try everything.
You can. All that you need is a tripod there to save your guns.
No, I've got to keep them supple whilst I'm not doing anything.
Are we keeping you from getting over and getting some of that pizza?
Yeah, of course. I'm playing.
Oh, and you're playing. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm not at the moment because I'm talking to you.
That's right. I know, and I'm sure you're itching to get involved, get back into the event. Can we talk to the youngest player that is there today?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna bring over Woody. Woody's 14. So give me 1 second. Woody. Can I just have you for a second, please? Woody certainly won't thank me for dragging him off court. You can't get this young man off court. So this young man is Woody Pittman. He's 14. Woody was introduced to us 7 months ago. He worked with us as a volunteer on a summer program that we were delivering.
Can we turn Woody around so that we can get him on that green background away from the lights?
Any better?
No, turn him more so that the light is on his face and your face. You're still dark. No, keep going. That is good.
There.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Okay. Yep.
Now we can see that Woody's smile. Woody has a nice smile.
Oh, there you go, Woody. You have a nice smile. He's got an awesome forehand as well.
Actually, Woody, can you kind of break down your forehand? What are the things that you do to have an awesome forehand?
I don't know. Just hit it my best. Try and do my best.
When you see the ball coming over the net to you and it's coming to your forehand, what are the mechanics? What do you do to hit the ball?
Well, I swing back and do a circle rotation and just try and get some topspin on it.
Can you show him demonstrating that, Claire?
Yeah. Okay. So
you can unplug
Woody's going to go. Yeah. So Woody's going to go off and play now. I'm just going to turn you around.
Oh, okay.
So bear with me a second.
And he hit the ball right to us.
Yeah, how about that, eh? Where are we?
So I didn't know that Woody was a southpaw.
Yeah, he is. Yep. Yep, left hand up.
So there's Woody's forehand.
Yep.
He gets his paddle back pretty fast.
Yes, he does.
And he bends his knees too. Look at that. When he sees the ball coming to him, he shoots that paddle right back, bends his knees. We got to get.
I was trying to kick a ball then.
We got to get more balls to Woody.
Okay. So the other young man that you need to look out for. So we've got Jack here as well this evening. I think Jack is 8 now. So come along this evening and he's playing. The other young man, if I can take you around that side. So just bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to put the camera on these guys here. This is he was the youngest member to Liz Harrison. So he was the youngest member to represent the UK in Amsterdam this year. And he's been on a development program with us for several months now and really, really improving.
That's great. Well, I know that you want to get to that pizza.
Yeah.
Do you have any closing comments?
Just thank you guys for listening, and thank you for showing an interest in us. And it's a real honour for us to know that we are being supported by our pickleball family in the States. We've got a long way to go in terms of being offering strong competition to the players that we see in the States at the moment, and we're trying extremely hard to bring a level of play up to offer a good game. So yeah, thanks for all the support that you're getting from your side of the pond.
And if people are traveling to the UK, how can they get in touch with you? And how far away are you from, like, a major airport?
So we are an hour and a half away from London Gatwick, and from London Heathrow we're around about 2 hours. So you can probably just see behind me now, gbpickleball.co.uk, and you can get in touch with us via the website there. We have a forum page, so if anybody wants to let us know that they're coming into the UK and are looking to places to play, we'd be happy to either accommodate them or point them in the right direction to where it is that they're going to be staying.
So accommodate them, so you have like bed and breakfasts there that you can point people to?
Absolutely. Now we have the academy operational. We can offer 7 days per month. We hopefully next year we have our UK Open, which is the 26th to the 28th of May, and that's a 3-day event. And what we're going to be offering as well is an extended stay here where we can arrange accommodation or co-sharing with our pickleball players rooms, and they'd be delighted to offer accommodation to other pickleball players from around the world. And so what we hope to do is have some boot camps going and some clinics, and we're even talking to Pickleball Finland. They're running a competition not too long after ours, and if people wanted to stay and then go further across Europe, they can compete in Finland after competing in the UK.
Wow, that's quite an invitation. Okay, well, thanks so much, Claire, for your time. Maybe we can do this again, maybe in 10 hours or so.
Yeah, we'll see you in the morning.
See what you're going to be eating 10 hours from now.
Yeah, that'd be great. So thanks you for your time as well, Jack, and we hope your audience have enjoyed this. And yeah, we look forward to catching up with you and keeping you updated on what we do over here.